Pull day commence. The idea here is that we want to exceed 60 seconds under tension without losing resistance from top to bottom. And you hope to get between 15 to 40 repetitions. And you want to be isolating the muscle groups as best as possible. And so we're starting with the bicep curl. It's one of my favorites. I go first on this because I want as much energy as possible directed at this muscle group. You can do whatever you'd like. Afterwards is going to be deadlift, then bent over row, and then we're talking calf raises. I put the wrong band on. In fact, normally use a different band, but it has a tear in it, so I've got to get that replaced. This one works well though. Hopefully my volume levels are good. If not, sue me. Let's see if we can. All right. So. You really want to control your cadence. Set a timer if you can't mentally keep note, which is totally fine. And you really want to control the position of the elbow. You want to keep it closer to you and not sticking out past your body. Really try and contract the bicep and focus and squeeze at the top. And you can go as fast as slow as you want. I like to mix it up. Really want to drag the muscle to complete fatigue. A deep exhaustion that's going to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, because right now this is muscle protein breakdown. So make sure you're getting all of the essential amino acids in your body and enough so that you can build muscle. Alright. And you'll want to use diminishing range as best as possible, so don't quit when you're done at the very peak. Woo! You want to stretch the muscle for the 30 seconds. Be gentle. Don't pull too hard. And don't do any bouncing motions. Time for the deadlift. Alright, this one uses the band doubled over, so resistance is twice as much. And the range has now been decreased by 50%, thus we actually get the resistance where we want it. Really focus on using your hamstrings, your glutes, and I essentially I lead with my ass. Your butt needs to go backwards and down. You're trying to sit down while keeping your posture straight. And so you're leading upwards with your pelvis. Back down, trying to sit down, keep my posture straight at my back, bring it forward, and you'd like to keep your knees bent. That's probably better so that your blood circulation continues. Take your time. Don't lose resistance. Don't lose tension. just want to really focus on the muscle groups. You should feel this in your hamstring. That's why you want to be careful and stretch beforehand and afterwards. Tight hammies, no good. Really focus on your back. You don't want to be hunched over. Lead with your back and your legs. Your upper body should be stiff and controlled. I'm trying to sit back, sit down, stopping at the proper spot, retaining tension, slowly back up. Hold at the top if you would like. If you can do a cadence of 2 up, 2 down, or 3 up, 3 down, it'll really help keep the tension over 60 seconds, which is the goal. This time under tension with this absolute fatigue. So don't hurt yourself. It's not worth having to let go of the bar. I have never let go of the bar before, and I don't plan on doing it. Squeeze with all your might. Ooh. Now, we don't want to rest too much between each set, so once I'm done with the deadlifts, I'm going to take maybe 1 or 2 minutes to catch my breath. Let some of the tightness in my muscles loosen up while I set up the next exercise. And then we'll see how many I can do with bent over row. If you don't keep track of count, it's totally fine. Sometimes I forget to. It's not the biggest deal. The end result matters the most to me, but if it makes you happy to count them, feel free to. If you record yourself and then you watch after, you can also track your counts that way. And that's helpful for someone trying to gauge their growth. All depends though. Sometimes you don't warm up and maybe you get less reps because your muscles fill up. So don't be deceived. Ooh, that one. I don't like to do half reps on those back focused exercises because I don't want to incorporate bad form and hurt myself, so do whatever makes you feel comfortable. This one sits in the same position, so I don't really have to adjust anything. But I advise a quick stretch. Keep your back straight while you're doing anything. And don't force anything. No bueno. Oh. Alright, here we go. You don't want to wait too long because this continuous stress and overload on your system is all part of the process. I really want to overwhelm our bodies as much as possible within reason to create the stimulus that gives us the muscle building response. So this is all based on the triggers, the proteins, the hormonal reactions, the stress. Alright. Oh yeah, I like to go underhand on this one. Everyone's going to find a different angle that feels comfortable. We don't all have the same flexibility, so if you can't copy the same thing, don't be upset and don't feel like you're doing it wrong. Just make sure that it doesn't hurt, that you're targeting the proper muscle groups, which is the upper back. Your lower back should not feel a bunch of pain from this, so make sure that your back is straight. Boy, I like this exercise. Really strengthening up my back. I'm rarely ever in pain from standing hours and hours a day now. After getting into the X3, I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop. I do it 6 days a week unless I'm tired or I need more rest. It's wonderful. I look forward to it. I'm on my lunch break right now from work, and this is what I've chosen to do. I did eat earlier, but sometimes I don't. And I fast all morning, taking my essential aminos. I take 40 grams a day, 10 at a time. That's just me. I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat meat. So, glass is going down. Unnecessary anyway. Woo! What's bent over rows will get you. Sometimes I like to go against the grain and do what some other intense individuals do, and I'll do drop sets where I grab a different band of lesser resistance right after doing that exercise and duplicate the same situation. You know, I haven't done it in a controlled scenario for long enough to tell you that it's better or not, but I do think mixing it up, changing the variance of your program once you get this deep into it. I mean, I've been doing it for, it seems like at least 6 months, maybe 5. I don't do the carnivore thing, obviously. I said I don't eat meat, but do whatever you want. Calf raises. I could probably do the heaviest band on this exercise, but let's go for high repetition today. Better to get the deep fatigue over the high band press. So if you still want to lift a heavy band, maybe do the drop set concept. Do these at whatever pace feels comfortable, fast, slow, pause at the top, change it up. These will start to fucking burn. I am not one to pull a muscle in my calf on purpose, so I am not going to go to, oh, it's tweaking and twitching. If you're one of them, have fun, I applaud you. I'm out. Ain't happening, Captain. Woo! The burn. Oi. Oi. Woo. Woo. Stretch them suckers out. Whatever you like to do. Oh. Woo. X3 bar. I don't lift weights at all. No weights. Haven't lifted weights in years. Other than like a random, oh, here's my kettle, let me pick it up for fun. That doesn't count, come on. I do this consistently.